quite frankly, it was about 50% I could follow what you have said, and maybe 10% I could understand, but that doesn't matter really. I hope later on I will understand more and more. There was a very interesting statement when you said everybody has a calling. It's very good news, isn't it? Especially, yeah, I have a calling. Do I have a calling? And if I have, how should I respond to it? Or I just simply have to accept that I have a calling?
Is it really true for when we hear and preaching or sharing from our friends, from brothers and sisters, maybe what we hear and what we understand is not matching? Can be just very small percent. And yes, it's not about any problem for you may cannot understand any wrong with you, or may not about who share the message in this matter about myself, but we are different situations, we are different spiritual level, and sometimes we easy to understand if it need to be understand and reveal for us as a revelation, or sometimes take time. About the calling is very interesting, as it's a hidden for us before our eyes. For our calling is belongs to basically to our whole life. So basically when you're finishing and you arrive to the last breath, yeah, this is the was and this is the things what God trusted in your life. As I often mention, for what to do is it's no question, everybody go through. But more questions is for how we do our things, our calling. For if we understand for our life is a calling, for is not an accident for you are here in earth, but have a purpose. But it's very important. Do the first step, exact, just, pure, simple acceptance. Thank you, Lord, for you called me to come to here, this earth, to complete the work of you. I belongs to you, and I am your workman in your vineyard. Please use me. I am standing before you. And after, if you do this, you will be not experience some boring life. You will be very busy with God's wonderful calling. And it's not easy. You have a lot of challenges, many lessons. But finally, you will see really a victorious life and complete your calling. I like to read you 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 10. Therefore, my brothers and sisters, make every effort to confirm your calling and election. For if you do these things, you will never stumble. And I like to also share another Bible verse from 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 3. His divine power has given us everything we need for a godly life through our knowledge of Him who called us by His own glory and goodness.